one of these days I'm just gonna drive this door. I'm just gonna drive it out of here. Mark my words. Russian roulette. Instant cancer right there. Secret ingredient. Come on now. Huh. I thought there's gonna be more mud. Okay. Oh look, I need another socket. No problem. I got plenty. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's gonna break. And I need another socket. Yes, I mean, I'm running out of sockets now. Luckily, I think this was the last one. Wow. Yeah, I probably shouldn't touch this. I think it's gonna explode soon. Some mice got in here and crapped all over the place. That's why it's so rusty. Rusty, crusty. Pretty heavy, man. And cleaning this thing is such a pain. But anyway, guys, this video is about fulfilling a promise. Promise I made like 12 months ago. Or maybe it was 17. Kinda wanna do a full service on it. Plus it has some issues that we'll try to resolve. And maybe a new paint job as well, because my old paint sort of went flying. Not too bad, but still. Now there is a lot to do. Probably not gonna make it all in one video. So as always, if a video kinda gets long, gonna continue it in the next episode. But without any further ado, let's just kinda dive into this thing. First things first, we need a list. In order to save time, I already completed the list. So let's just get to work. First things first, pressure wash it. Hey, we already did that. Off to a great start already. So number 2, let's check the engine oil and the filter. Wrong way. Man, I hate when that happens. It just happens way too much. It just happens way too much. I mean, the oil just looks so much better. Maybe some of you guys remember how the oil looked when I got this machine. It was just... I mean, it was just grey poop. It's so bad. The new filter is like 2 times smaller. Almost. Guess I just gotta replace it more often then. By the way, do not use a pipe wrench on that one. I mean, it even says it on the filter. Tighten it with your hands. Now, on this Yanmar engine, I think you had two spots where you could pour the engine oil in. So one of them is right at the top, near the head. Sure. Another one is right near the fuel pump. Do you also want to fly somewhere out of my hand? No? Where did that thing even go? There you are. Come on, man. Wait a minute. Stop escaping. By the way, guys, I read somewhere they said that about 80% of all the oil changes, it's just a scam. That you don't need to change the oil so often. I think there is some truth to that statement. But then again, what do I know? Guys, by the way, the Yanmar and the Bobcat, both of them, they're probably the only engines that don't leak out and get contaminated with something. The only engines I have. The Soviet tractor, that piece of crap leaks out from everywhere. It's like a sponge. Joseph has its own problems. No idea what's going on with the Kirovets. That's probably a nightmare. Still kinda trying to collect information on that one. The Yamaha ATV also has some issues. Engine oil related issues. But this one and the Bobcat, surprisingly good on the engine department. So bloodline has been successfully checked. PT mark. Let's check the hydraulic fluid now. You know, I'm not really 100% sure where the filter is even. Clearly there is not much room here. We got the air filter, engine oil filter, fuel stuff. Don't see the hydro filter. And it's supposed to be two hydro filters. One is supposed to look like that, and then we have a bigger one like that. So I need to fit these two somewhere. I'm willing to bet that one of them is under one of these plates. I've never opened these up, so suppose we can check the hydraulic fluid in the meantime as well. There appears to be a spring. I don't think I'm gonna swap it out. That looks pretty good. You guys can always draw conclusions, I guess. But that looks just perfect. Basically we had nothing in that department. So hope we have something here. Well, we do have something. You know, overall not the worst. If you remember when we dismantled Joseph hydro filter, then this is like brand new. There is some junk on it, like apparently a broken O-ring from somewhere. And I can feel the filter is heavy, so there's most likely some sediment in there. Probably a bunch of clay, maybe some rocks, and obviously some sand. But overall it looks pretty clean. But this is cleaner. Cleaner is better. And I have a working theory. Bear with me, guys. So my theory why the oil looks so great. It's because it's Western oil. It's not some stupid Soviet crap oil that was refined by a bunch of monkeys. You know, Soviet oil, it pretty much just turns into water after maybe like 2 years. But that's just my theory. Feel free to elaborate. Yeah, let's dive into this one. I want to see what's going on here. Man, I think that's fine. But at least it looks like a filter. Man, I've been searching forever. You can't figure out where this hydraulic filter goes. Clearly says hydraulic filter on it. It came in a set. The set was meant for this machine. Needs to go somewhere, but I just can't find it. I'm pretty sure it's not back there. It should be on an accessible area. Remove the engine to replace the filter. That makes no sense. I mean, it's not that big. Pretty sure it's not in the boom area somewhere. What a mystery. It's even different. So one side is closed, the other side is open. If you guys have some ideas, throw them down in the comments, I guess. If all else fails, I'm just gonna weld the thing there. So filter changed and the fluid was good. Takes care of the hydraulics. Diesel. I've had no issues with the diesel, but let's check it out. Dual fuel filters. I guess one of them goes here and another one should go there. Ooh. Looks like it's a bit collapsed. Good call. This thing is pretty busted. Look at that mod. Wow. So pretty much the old filter, it was just sitting at the bottom, was not filtering anything. Probably that is full of crap as well. Bro, where's the filter, man? This one doesn't even have a filter. What a clown world, man. What the crap. I guess that's why it didn't have any fuel filter issues, because the small one, it was just dislocated, and the bigger one, non-existent. Wow. But I have to kind of kick myself as well, because I drove this thing around for 2 years. I never checked the fuel system. I know, right? What a freaking dumbass. Somehow the thing still works. Now there is a chance that the mod will eventually mess up the fuel pump. Probably a very expensive part of the engine. Still hope nothing has happened to it. It seems to work just fine, but you never know. Well, at least now the thing has filters on it. I mean, there's a little bit of rust here and there, but I always add this stuff to the fuel. Diesel cocaine. I'm not sure if it does anything useful, but going through this bit quite fast. Maybe I will need to make the list longer. Oh, are you done? But anyway, next up. Why did I do that? Next up, air filter. Normally you wouldn't need to replace an air filter. Very rarely. These things can be cleaned. But I got a new one with the set, so might as well. I'm gonna keep the old filter though, I'm not gonna throw this one away. You never know. Maybe a meteorite will crash into my Yanmar one day and it will miss everything besides the air filter. You may never know. Okay, next up, the final drives. Okay, not good. Yeah, that's pretty much banana. Maybe we can manage without opening that bit. Yes! I was sure it's gonna fail. Lucky man. Oh man, that smell. Bunch of dinosaurs died in that thing. It smells so horribly bad. I don't know what's up with that. Yeah, there's definitely some dinosaurs in there. The fluid being black, it doesn't mean that it's bad. You just take a bit of oil between your fingers. If it feels very oily and thick, then that is really good. And look at that viscosity. That is just perfect. Black gold, man. Wow, this is just so interesting. Yeah, that looks like full. Let's check what's on door behind number 2. Looks like we lost the prime. Yeah, I think I was not on the right level there. This is a lot less than what came out of the other side. Not good, guys. So I do recall that one side was leaking out from somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Definitely not from this side. Not sure where it could leak out. I just need to keep an eye on this side. Oh man, check that mouth out. There's some serious goo down there. Okay, well, rear wheels nicely went brrr. Or brrr, brrr, brrr. Next up, mass switch. Or maybe you may know it as a master switch. So I never really wanna leave the battery connected. Sometimes I park the machines for a very long time, so I just unhook the battery. But the thing with that is, if you unhook it and connect it back, unhook it, connect it back, eventually the connection is complete crap. And then you have sparks flying at your negative terminal. Maybe you have some electrical problems as well. So it's best to keep the battery connected constantly, but to also have that safety feature to make sure the thing does not burn down in the meantime. That's what the mass switch is for. So actually I did buy it, I think like a long time ago, maybe a year. Just haven't installed it yet. Pretty sure it was somewhere here. Nope. Maybe this one. Yep. Up to 150 amps. Oh, never mind. Maximum is 2000 amps. Man, that's a lot of amps. Should be on the safe side. Now, where to install that thing, though? What would be a good spot to have a mass switch on? So maybe here, right next to the ignition switch. Now, in order to install a mass switch, relatively easy. So the mass switch is usually meant for the negative side. From the battery's negative terminal, you run a wire. You need a thick wire, by the way. Something, I don't know. So from the battery's negative terminal, run a wire through this switch, and beyond this switch, just connect that wire to the body of the machine somewhere, and it should work just fine. You've got plenty of room on the panel itself, but maybe that thing will get in the way. It will hit that thing down there, and if I take it too high, then it will hit that switch up there. I think the only option I have is on the side. Almost Eureka. This thing has an interesting design, so I can't drill a round hole because then I wouldn't be able to lock it in with these two holes. Man, I know this machine has some rust issues, but hot dang, that's some serious next level stuff. mina ei saa aru, kuidas sa lähed natukene ja siis mõtled, et okei, ma ei viitsi edasi minna, noh. Täitsa ebaloogiline. Man, that should be a pretty solid connection there. Should not have any problems with that. Sure, this will work. Yeah, man, that's a great addition to have. It kind of sucks that I did not do this before. I know this thing has a mass switch. Been wanting that since day one. Let's work on the thumb now. Need something. Okay guys. I'm just gonna say it. It's been a really good thumb. Not gonna lie. I think I built it like maybe a couple of weeks after I got the machine. Been very helpful. Probably maybe even the most useful thing I've ever built in terms of use. Yeah, I've used it quite a bit, and it still works, but it needs some service. Now that happened because the bin, it came out. Luckily, I noticed this before destroying the thumb. So this is not a big deal. I'm not gonna do anything about that, but I may need to do something about that. So a couple of friends came for a visit. They wanted to see Joseph firsthand. I was excited, so I fired up Joseph and drove a little bit. But I drove over my thumb by mistake. Now I did not feel anything. One of my mates told me that, stop! By that time though it was too late and already caused some damage to it. And now the thing will not go past this point. It's kind of stuck. So I need to somehow mend that. And another issue is the arm, the support arm. We can see a problem here. This piece is just gonna break off soon. Well, I kinda knew about it, and I figured basically I avoided the pin force going that way and only in that direction. I mean, there's really nothing here holding this thing on, and if I applied any force that way, it would just break off. I'm not sure what's going on down there, because we'll find out soon. So let's try to fix these two problems before we proceed. Man, that knot has seen some better days. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to fix this bend though. Maybe I should drive over it with the dozer again, but only going backwards this time. Not sure if that plan is feasible. Not too shabby. Well, that's slightly better. One more. That should do it. Now, if the thing still fails, I think I just may need some thicker material. I think this is 4mm. Should go with something like 6 or 8 maybe. Or just solid material. Whoa. Kind of tight. Tight boy. Maybe the bushing warped a little bit. Yeah, I think it's fine. I'm thinking maybe I should just cut them off and get some new plating. Don't think I can bend this back into reality. I can use Joseph as well to test that theory out. Because half my Joseph is kind of sitting on the table here. So that's another option. Need to clamp it somewhere. Huh. That's all it needed. Wow. How about that? Nice. That was easy. Okay, there's just one more thing that I want to do. These teeth. You can see they are a bit... Let's just say they have some miles on them. Now, grabbing wood with this end is great. Thing does not slip. Keeps the log nicely where it's supposed to be. But once these teeth wear down, then the logs kind of start to go places where I don't want them to go. But I also use this thumb to pick up rocks, and those rocks will mess up these teeth because it's mild steel, it's not hardened or anything. So I was thinking well, first of all, I need a couple of extra teeth. I have some of these hard facing electron rods, and I figured maybe I could weld the dips with this material. Now I remember I rebuilt my drive sprocket on the excavator with these things. Guess we'll see how they have held up. But I remember that I did one side with a regular MIG welder and another side with one of those hardcore buddies. once we get the track off, we can compare the two. I think this side was done with the hard facing material. Visually though, I can't really tell. They look the same. But I want to test it out. If the tips are hard facing, will they last any longer when picking up rocks? Because remember, the mild steel, it got dull relatively fast. Okay, I guess we'll see how this will work out. I think it will be a bit better than the mild steel under it. Maybe. Now I do have these auxiliary hydraulics in here, so I could easily install a hydraulic cylinder, but actually I like it this way. I like the manual one, I don't know why. So I can always keep this thing on the machine, even when I'm digging trenches. It will not bother me at all. Maybe if I was trying to dig from a very far distance, then it's gonna get in the way. But from somewhere in the middle to somewhere there, completely fine, man. I don't even need to remove that bit. So Tom got some service done to it. Very good. Next up, grease everything. Sure. Why not? Oh, one of them actually goes to the rear end of this tilting cylinder or turning cylinder. I'm guessing these two are going to the turning sprocket. At least I hope so. Oh, we got plenty of pudding down there. This is fine. Swing gear, guys, not turning sprocket. Yeah, sometimes when I can't remember the proper name, I just make up my own name. Well, it works. I think that should take care of the underside. At least I can't find any more fittings. We'll deal with my homemade fittings a bit later down the road. Ignore them for now. But I don't think there's any fittings down here. Yeah, looks like some grease did end up on the gear there, which is great. Yeah, firewood. Check this out, guys. Very interesting. P27, P32, and P37. You know, Yanmar has these models named after B plus the number. So this is P27-2. I think Andrew has a P37. There's also a P12. I haven't heard of a P32 though. Okay, next up, let's focus on the boom. This area has a total of 1, 2, 3 fittings. Wow. The king has been served. It's rejecting something there. Maybe it didn't like that pudding. Now remember when I got this machine, these three fittings, they were just completely rusted. They did not accept any grease at all. I think I changed the fittings overall, and the thing should work now. I remember like I had really hard time to get any grease in there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Man, that's great. Fantastic. Anyway, I think that's about it. But there should be more. Well, I've been searching for a while now. Can't find any more fittings. I suppose that's it. Yeah. Going fantastically great. Next up would be to rebuild some overly worn out pins and bushings. Yep, those things. So overall the pins and bushings on this thing, let's put it mildly, they're kind of worn. And this hoe only has about what? Like 4,815 hours on it. Oh, it's like brand new. That's very low mileage. But I just think that the previous owners, whoever they were, they did not take care of this machine. I think they just kind of used it. Because when the thing landed here, every pin and bushing, well, it did not either accept any grease at all, or it was just rust, pure rust in there. So I got the thing to a point, as you just saw. So currently every fitting nicely takes grease, and that grease reaches where it's supposed to go. And so at least with me, this thing has got that going for it, which is great. But that does not resolve the problem that the pins are just worn out. I mean, if I just move the boom, I can feel a lot of movement all around the place. That swing motor probably has some play in it as well. Not gonna deal with that right now though. So I actually tried to get a complete set a complete set of pins and bushings for this thing. I could not find any, and the dealer that usually gets me parts for this machine, the guy didn't even reply. Usually when he does that, there are no parts available. So these are the worst of all the bins. By far these do have the most amount of play in them. I think it's because they are just constantly in dirt. So I'm gonna take these two out. Maybe I can fix these two, and if all goes well, I can also mend some other bins that need service. Actually not that bad. Maybe I was overselling it. Okay, that looks pretty bad. Probably clean them. I think it's just full of grease right now. Shouldn't have greased it then, you freaking clown. Mis kuradi vesi see veel on, mis asja nalja teed, mis asja see veega veel puhastad? Usually when the bushing just wears away, it will start eating this pipe material, and then you're kind of screwed. Yeah, it looks like we have some bushing left there. I mean, it's not the worst, but could be better. Considering there is still some bushing left in there, I'm not gonna try to force those bushings out. Rather, I'm gonna try to add some material to this bin. So, I saw this from some Indian dude. Those guys are always repairing stuff for some reason. And in that video, the guy just welded a bunch of lines on the bin. Afterwards, he drew that in the lathe and rebuilt the bin that way. So, I'm guessing I need like maybe a millimeter maximum. So let's try that method. I think I can use that point as an end stock hole. Should work. Just gotta remember two things. Don't weld till the end. Gotta stop at that mark. And don't weld that hole shut. everything else should be fine. Keep in mind though, this is just an experiment. Will probably fail. So I'm gonna use relatively soft electrodes. I still wanna make sure that bushing is the underdog. Don't want to make this pin stronger than that thing is. So I'm gonna use 1613. No, 60 by 6013. Is that the proper wording for it? Who knows? Oh yeah, you do. Sort of sure the thing will warp if I just keep welding in one side. So I'm just gonna do a strip, turn it, do another strip, turn it, strip till the end. Strip till the end. Bro, I can't see anything. Why is this welding helmet at black hole level? That's some interesting slag there. Usually I need like C4 to get the slag off, but yeah. Oh, it's bleeding. The thing's bleeding, guys. We need a medic over here. Get a medkit. So far, so good. Basically, I think I can just fill the gaps now in a single pass. Fire going on here. Freaking eternal flame. Sulletaan nyt. mean, I'm kind of starting to see double vision now. Probably do something about it. No, I think it's going pretty well so far. Unless I don't know what I'm talking about. Ah, rough. Thing will no longer fit. Kinda the goal. My handbrake. Okay. Looks like we need something 38 exactly. Should be perfect. 38.5. I don't think I will be able to get it perfectly round. Quite a bit more actually. Looks like we're at 38 by now. Should have added more weld. Oh, it's quite tight. Maybe a bit too tight. You know what? I'm gonna take a bit more off. Slightly better. Maybe I overdid it a bit. Do this as well. Betting it will be a bit better. Think this will do for now. I'm kinda on the safe side here because I still have a lot of that bushing left there. I think most of the bushing is still there. And it was the bin that was kind of worn out. What the crap is that? This is like a ninja. 1 second it's there, then it's suddenly there. Man, it's a good thing that I did not install any electrical wires under that OSB. Piss off! The next building I'm gonna build a bunch of I-beams together. Good luck eating that. Anyway, I do think this was kind of worth it. Definitely better what it was before. And it cost me almost nothing. Well, apart from the 3 hours of labor and maybe some $5 in electrodes. Well, considering my time is worthless, so basically nothing. Okay, anyway, that sorts out these two bins, I think. That looks fine, man. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, the bin has definitely some wear. I can feel groove marks. What about the bushings though? You know what? Your first glance bushings look good. Yeah, the bushings actually look pretty good. I don't know, guys, that looks like a pretty good bushing. The bin though has seen some better days. Bunch of grooves in it. Let's give it the same treatment. Man, I think I'm getting good at this. Practice makes perfection. Ooh. Man, some meat was added. Why do I hear a dog? I do not have a dog. Huh. Well, at least Supermom is on the case. We'll let her do her thing, I guess. Let's be honest, guys, this never gets old. you remove all that uneven weld, the cutting, it's so smooth. Yeah, this is a lot better. A lot better. Now imagine if I did not buy this thing. I would not be able to do that job right now. I would not be able to rebuild these bins. My only option would buy new bins or let someone else do it. This option is a lot more fun. Yep. You know, this surface, it's not like super flat. Not sure why. Maybe I just placed the tool at the wrong angle or something. Or I'm not using the right tool for this. I also tried this bit. This will give a slightly better finish. Have to mount it at a weird angle though. That's a lot better, man. That's a lot better. I'm pretty sure once I back it with grease, it will be even tighter. Yeah, man. There's still a little bit of play, but it's a lot better than what it was before. I think the issue is not in the bin this time. I think I just need a washer between that area. Yeah, man, this is tight. Has zero play in it. I assume I just need to make a couple of washers. Currently, this is the gap right now. And like 2 millimeters. Man, that's a huge washer. You know, I found a piece of some washer. Maybe it came from here. Yeah, seems about right. So I need to get some washers this size. 67 by 38. 64 should do. $38. So I'm not really sure how to properly do this. It's just, I think I need to drill a bit with this one and then finish with that one. It would be cool if these two drill bits were kind of welded together. Yeah, that would be cool. this drill press is a freaking joke. My pinky finger even has more torque than this piece of crap. Maybe the outer ring doesn't matter. The center is perfect, I think. 1 millimeter off. Yeah, I think it's fine. Or I could maybe find a bigger drill for the outer hole. This is slightly bigger. Never mind, they're the same size. Plus it doesn't have any teeth on it, so I don't think this will do much. 76 millimeters. Same deal, no teeth on it. They should stop visiting back alley dentists. 79 is clearly too much. Or maybe not. Stupid belt, man, it's slipping. I need to get myself a Soviet drill press. We have one at work. Slightly bigger than this one. It weighs more than my lathe. I think it was like 2 tons. 2 tons for a drill press. What? Wow. Wow. Almost perfect size. Man, that's a lot better. I think this area is just worn slightly. Pretty sure there is no bushing in this slot. I could weld it inside, but I can't mill it out with the lathe. I would need a mill for that. But I'm good with this. It's definitely better than what I had before. Okay, so we did that, what's next? Not even gonna bother with that, that is very minimal. Man, that's nothing. That doesn't even move. The plow is totally fine, but I did notice quite a bit of play from this pin. A little bit from there, or maybe it was that one there, the king pin. You know what, I think we should try to fix this. This is probably the most important of the three. Plus it had the most amount of play. Yeah, this thing definitely has a awareness level to it. Huh. Seen a bit of mileage. Probably been to the moon and back. Yeah, man. I think the bushing is fine. Because keep in mind, this area, it never gets used. And it barely goes in there. The center bit though, so much free play. Basically, I'm gonna do the same treatment, but only on the center piece here. There's really no point doing the entire piece, because then it probably will not go in here very well. Oh. Who the hell hijacked my water? What a badass. Where is rain when I need it? Ah, there's something here. Be right back, guys. You've seen this way too much by now. That's pretty tight now. There's this one more pin that's kind of bugging me. This one. I mean, check this out. The cast itself is kinda gone there. It's not just a pin, I'm almost certain of that. Normally I wouldn't really care about this, to be honest. I use this turn cylinder very rarely. But it's a handy thing to have, especially if you're working very close to buildings. So let's open it up, see what we can do. You know, now that I think about it, I should have done the pin job before grease job. I could definitely benefit from making this pin thicker overall. Would it help much though? I don't know. I don't think I will benefit much, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna make this pin just overall thicker. See if that does anything. Man. A bit of lube, and the thing will go. That's a lot smoother. Maybe I just need the speed. Speed and power, guys. Clarkson was right. That solves every problem. I mean, that's like brand new. Almost. But that thread is pretty much kabuki. Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty pointless. Looks the same. Time well spent. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised my list has not burned down, considering the amount of welding that went on here. Oh well. Pins and bushings. I'm Xing that one for now. Those four definitely got a lot better. That one there, much greatness. I don't know. Don't have an answer for that one. Thing pretty much looks the same. But it appears that we're almost like halfway through. So I'm gonna pick this up in the next video, guys. Think this one is getting a bit long now. Plus I need to do some cleanup. It's always like this. When I work on something, I park tools everywhere. Well, if I kinda run out of spare tools and can't find the stuff that I need, then it's time for a cleanup. Ciao.